Hey guys, and welcome to the show. My name's Kyle, this is Aiden, and today we're reviewing Captain America Civil War.
Yeah, and it's great to see these superhero movies that just keep on coming. The last few weeks, of course, there was Batman vs. Superman, Eddie the Eagle, and now Captain America.
No, wait, no, Eddie the Eagle wasn't a superhero film.
Of course it was. Hugh Jackman was in it. He doesn't make anything else.
The film is directed by the Russo brothers, who directed Captain America Winter Soldier, and are yet to direct the next installment for the Avengers, which is Infinity Wars Part 1 and 2. And the film follows straight after Age of Ultron, and the Avengers basically having to answer for their actions and the repercussions of, well, the Avengers saving the world.
Yeah. So basically all the buildings coming down and stuff like that they've got to
Yeah.
answer for, which is pretty much what Batman was angry at Superman for. Except this movie has a backstory.
New York, Washington, D.C., Sokovia. Okay, that's enough. Captain, people are afraid.
That's why I'm here. We need to be put in check. Whatever form that takes, I'm game. I'm sorry, Tony.
If I see a situation pointed south, I can't ignore it. Sometimes I wish I could.
Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
Now, the film stars the regular faces from the current Marvel Cinematic Universe, as well as the addition of Chadwick Boseman, Tom Holland, Daniel Bruhl, and it's a real credit to the directors, quite frankly, because they did such a great job of balancing not only this massive cast, but everything that's happening in the film as well.
Yeah, it was good. It didn't feel like you were going in there to watch an Avengers Part 3, which a lot of people were concerned about. It felt like a next installment on Captain America. And it was a smart, witty thriller that continued straight on from Winter Soldier, covering the love affair between Bucky Rogers and Captain America.
We're still friends, right?
Depends on how hard you hit me.
A big thing for this film is that Marvel finally got the rights to Spider-Man back, and we saw him finally introduced into this film.
Yeah, which for me was probably the only downfall was the introduction to Spider-Man. I found it a little bit lazy, and maybe it's because the Marvel Disney Studios haven't had any access to Spider-Man or the origin. Maybe that's why.
Well, I mean, in saying that, Tom Holland was, I think, fantastic in the role.
Yeah,
He was a very good mix of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, who both had different qualities that really brought that character to life. So I think he did a really, really good job. But not only that, we got to see great performances from the rest of the cast. We got to see different sides of certain characters like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers.
It was good. Like as far as a versus movie goes, you went in there thinking, yeah, I'm on Captain America's side. But when you sit in there, it was like watching two friends fight, and you're thinking, they both have valid points. But in the end, you're just going to go wherever Black Widow goes.
Of course.
I'm not the one that needs to watch their back.
Now, one of the main things I loved about this movie was the action sequences. You had chase scenes, you had fighting, you had superpowers flying around everywhere. When this movie finished, I wanted to leave the cinema, I wanted to throw a car.
But I've told you already, you can't.
Yeah, I know. Now, refreshingly, his Captain America movie didn't rely on a a supervillain to make the movie work.
Yeah, it was nice to have twists and turns in the story that sort of kept you glued to the screen, and stuff that you didn't see in the trailer.
Yeah.
In fact, it was actually really nice to have a trailer that didn't reveal the entire storyline.
That's right, yeah. And it also had the characters that were already in the film. It utilised them to get the story going, emotions and things like that. Yeah. Oh, and the action. Have I already mentioned the action?
Yeah.
Can we check that? Because, the action.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Stay down. Final warning.
I could do this all day.
Now, I was really excited sitting there watching this movie. I did not want it to end. And in my mind, best Marvel movie to date.
Well, again, to bring up the balancing act, they've got comedy, they've got drama, they've got thriller. They've got massive action sequences. It really is something that the whole family can enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. But in saying that, you don't want people in the cinema that aren't up to date with the Marvel Universe. You need to see them all first because we don't want you in there asking questions.
And I think for that, I'm going to give it a big must-see at the cinema.
Oh, yeah. Is there anything above must see? No? Then I'm going to give it 2 of those.
Yeah, right. Well, until next time, guys, we'll see you soon.
Now, what was up with Aunt May in this movie?
Yeah, she got like 20 years younger.
Yeah, didn't they Benjamin Button her?